So hello everyone, this is Finchnator here, and I'm gonna do something that I don't usually do. I'm gonna record because my boy Fuga is going hard in the UU Open and in Grand Slam in general. So this is game 2 of his series versus Krauswat. I don't know how the hell to pronounce that, but Krauswat, let's say that. For round 1 of UU Open, they're playing for First Blood, and Fuga's rolling with the same team he used game 1. I assume it's Choice Band like K9 knowing Fuga, Sport Gligar, U-Turn, Stealth Rock, etc. Mega Sharpedo, standard defensive T-Wave, Ice Beam, Bolt Beam coverage, Porygon 2, Stealth Rocks, Cobalion, and Rotom C with its specs. And his opponent has an offensive team with Darmanitan, Salamence, some Feral Alligator, Swampert, Empoleon, and Crest. It's got 3 waters. So to start off the game, Darmanitan's gonna crit U-turn on the Rotom W, and he's gonna get smashed. And yeah, that's it's looking like a poor start from Fuga, but he can still come back. And looking at the matchup, if he can break through Porygon 2, then the Watermons really do well at this point, especially given that Rotom C is weak. So I guess I'd give him Craw. I'm just going to call him Craw. Yeah, Craw. I'd give Craw the advantage at this point, but Fuga is known for making some fancy plays, so hopefully he can get back in this. And he's still got the Porygon 2 alive, so there's no way he's losing, of course, because Porygon 2 is just the most amazing Pokemon ever. And Craw is going to bring out the Empoleon, and Fuga is probably going to go to either the Porygon 2 or the Cobalion that counters this, because the rest of his Pokemon probably don't fare too well against it, unless he's a rare Earthquake Sharpedo. But yeah, I think they run Ice Fang plus 2 stabs plus Protect. So yeah, he's going to go to Cobalion. Close Combat or Stealth Rock is probably going to be the play, and I can see Craw going out to either Crest or Swampert. And maybe he's staying if he's like Chople or something, but I don't think they really run Chople much. I think they run like Stealth Rock, Special Defensive, and then Agility. But you never know. This is a counter team to Fuga basically, because he literally named the team Fuga CT, and then he posted a push of it in the Smogtours chat before the game. But anyway, let's see how this goes. So I'm predicting Fuga to Stealth Rock into the Crest, and here's the play. And yeah, Stealth Rock's into the Crest, and then Creselia's in here. It could do a lot of things. It could be bulky sub Combine or Moonlight Combine to attack, something like that. It could be just like T-Wave or Toxic support, like Moonlight. It's got Lunar Dance, even help for offensive Pokemon, which is essentially Healing Wish, except it restores PP too. Yeah, I think Fuga is going to be sent back to his Gligar or his Porygon 2 here, unless he's got like SD at Cobalion, which I don't know if he's SRSD. I don't think he's going to risk going into the Sharpedo despite being able to break it. Maybe he'd go into Arcanine, but I don't think Choice Band Arcanine kills Cresselia from full before he knows how much speed investment and if there's any physically defensive investment in the Crest, in which case, if there is, it probably certainly avoids the 2-hit kill, while otherwise maybe there's a chance. But yeah, Choice Band Arcanine is a strong mon, so don't underestimate it. But we'll see. Oh, there's a double switch from Craw. That's an instant play. And Fuga's gonna go for the Swords Dance, and now he's got himself back in a good position, I'd say. Yeah. He probably predicted the double switch, and he double switched out himself to get the momentum. Or predicted a switch out because Cobalion there's Stealth Rock, so it wouldn't be a double switch. But Craw probably predicted a switch from Fuga to something like Porygon 2, so then he could like Toxic it or Defog or something. And he decided to go out to Empoleon to do that, but he ended up getting burned by the Swords Dance. Now Fuga's in a good position. He Swords Dances again. Now he's at +4, and Iron Head could probably kill this Cresselia. It does a bit under half. Okay. And there's gonna be a Thunder Wave here, and that's annoying for Fuga, but he could get +6, and if he avoids a bunch of paras in a row, then that's good. But there's the first para, and that's looking annoying for Fuga. He's gonna have to get up a third Swords Dance, then avoid like a couple paras in out of like a streak of like 4 or 5, so he could get off significant damage on his Swords Dance Moonlight, or he's gonna go pivot into Empoleon. Okay, and yeah, it's gonna do 0, but now Empoleon's gonna die to close combat, and he's gonna trade the Empoleon for a Defog, which is fine because he's got 2 Rock Weak Mons, and he doesn't necessarily need Empoleon for this battle, given that it's not offensive. And the only thing he could really do is like cripple Porygon 2 or annoy Gligar, which Gligar hits it with an Earthquake anyway. Now the Darmanitan, and the question is if he goes for U-turn predicting Arcanine or if he goes for Flare Blitz. And I think he goes for Flare Blitz, and that is gonna critical hit the Arcanine, and this looks really bleak from Fuga now. Oh, and it's a defensive Arcanine. That's interesting. I wouldn't expect that from Fuga. He uses his Choice Banded, but I stand corrected. I guess he needed it to complete the bulky core in his team, given that you don't want Porygon 2 taking so many hits, and he's probably got some speed or special defense on Gligar, knowing the UU trends. But we'll see here. I think E-Speed will still do a significant amount to Darmanitan, but I don't think it would put it into range to die to Rocky Helmet. However, it might die to Rocky Helmet plus Recoil. But I think he might switch out to Swampert, or maybe even for Alligator or Mencia, but I don't think so. Maybe he'll just stay in here to keep momentum, as this this Darmanitan isn't going to be alive much longer, so I might as well just get the free kill out of it. But we'll see here. And I still think the position currently favors Craw a bit, although it's gotten a bit more leveled out after the initial opening sequence that really went in his favor. Fuga's got made up a bit of ground, but I'm back for it really. Hurt Fuga, and I feel like Craw is back in the driver's seat again. Is that Banded Darmanitan actually might 2-hit KO the Porygon 2, in which case maybe this is useful a bit later. I don't know, but I still think that the best play here is the Flablets, and Fuga goes up to Gligar, which is fine. Gligar takes 41%. Yeah, that has to be a choice Banded Darmanitan. Holy shit, it's -1 and it's still doing 40% to a defensive behemoth like Gligar. So yeah, that's crazy. Odds are we're gonna see a Roost from Fuga. That's just a safe play, and I think that Craw will go up to one of his water types. Yeah, that's the Feraligatr. That's a threat, and oh, that's Toxic. Okay, that's some good play to get it weakened down. But yeah, this is Feraligatr. This is a threat because Realm C isn't alive. He's gonna get the Intimidate off with Arcanine, which is fine. He's gonna trade that for a Swords Dance, so it's gonna be +1 attack. However, it's gonna be weakened, and now we know that it's not gonna be able to be too quick. So something like Sharpedo could Revenge Kill it in return for Aqua Jet damage. However, he would have to Mega Evolve because non-Mega Crunch won't be able to kill this after another turn of Toxic, but after E-Speed it will probably be able to do so. So, yeah, Fuga will probably get out of this situation without losing much besides Arcanine and some health on another Pokemon such as Sharpedo. But, we'll see. I'm thinking that Mence could be a threat late game if he could weaken Porygon 2, and a Mega Swampert with Rain Dance, especially if the last move is Power Up Punch instead of Ice Punch or something like that, could also be annoying. However, that Porygon 2 is a sitting duck, and it will literally sit there and wall the fuck out of Craw's whole team, especially if that is not a Calm Mind or Toxic Cresselia. So yeah, I think that Fuga is actually in a pretty good position, maybe even a winning position at this point, if everything goes as planned. And that's the E-Speed, that's the Aqua Jet. So yeah, Feraligatr is going to be put really weak, easily in Sharpedo Crunch range without Mega Evolving. 15%, yeah. And now he's going to go to Sharpedo, and he's just going to, I think he could actually protect and then Toxic damage will one man. Yeah, that's fine. I wonder if Craw will take advantage of this and try to switch to Mence. However, Mence will die the Ice Fang, so he probably have to pivot right back out to, like, his Swampert or something. I don't think he needs that getting weakened, so I believe the best play here is just to fodder the Feraligatr, because he doesn't need it in the long term much, unless it's, like, Superpower, in which case he could deal a final blow to, like, Porygon 2 later on and get some decent damage off. But we'll see here. I think the best play is to fodder it, and I think the best play from Fuga is to protect here. But maybe Fuga will predict a switch and go for Crunch, or maybe not. Yeah, only time will tell at this point. Looking at what could possibly break this Porygon 2 for Craw, Power Up Punch Swampert, like an offensive Mega Swampert with like Power Up Punch, Waterfall, Earthquake, and Rain Dance. Like Yachi, DD, Salamence, maybe if he gets free turn. Choice Banded Darmanitan and Calm Mind or Toxic Cresselia are really the ways to do it. If he happens to have one or multiple of those sets, he might be in a decent position. If not, then it's really looking bleak for him, because Porygon 2 is just gonna sit there and wall the fuck out of him all game, which is Fuga's pretty much signature thing to do. He even has an RMT with it, and he used it a lot in UUPL in the past in UU. So yeah, and Craw's timer is going down a bit. It's at 150 seconds right now, and he I think he's thinking this through a bit. But I mean, if I were him, I wouldn't overthink this unless he's looking into the long term here. I just Aqua Jet, but he's gonna disagree with me. He's gonna go out to Mence, and on that, Fuga's gonna predict that and go for Crunch. And now Fuga is in the driver's seat because he predicted that, and he was willing to risk the Aqua Jet doing 40 some odd % to it from a +1 Feraligatr. Okay, so now I'm thinking that yeah, he's gonna protect here, thinking it might be Scarf. He's gonna go for Earthquake here. Craw was probably predicting the Cobalion Blech, and that Crunch is going to be able to kill it, and now he's going to go out to Cresselia, showing that this is probably Moonblast or T-Wave and Moonblast probably. He's going to T-Wave, and Fuga can predict that, go to Cobalion, and Cobalion is really useless right now. He's probably just going to keep it in until it dies, and just maybe set up a couple Swords Dances, try to damage something. Right here, if Craw is Calm Mind, he's got to go for it, but I don't think Calm Mind T-Wave is really a thing. I don't think Thunder Wave has Toxic as a thing. So I'm not going to lie, this looks really bleak for Claw, because A, this Cobalion is going to get some damage off, despite it being utterly useless for Fuga, and B, that Porygon 2 walls the hell out of his whole team. So yeah, for a counter team, I don't think Claw did much of a good job here, but we'll see here. It's not over, that's for sure. He's going to have to get Darmanitan in 2 or 3 times safely, and this okay, so he went for Stealth Rock, which is actually, yeah, a good play. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But yeah, Stealth Rock is a fine play. That gets some damage off things. It limits Darmanitan. But now Darmanitan's going to probably go for superpower. Let's see how healthy Gligar is. Gligar is at 59. So yeah, oh, okay, he's gonna go for Flare Blitz, but now he's absolutely dead in the water. Like now he can't come in again. So now I don't know how he breaks the Porygon 2 at all. So he's gonna let Sharpedo get a Protect off. Now Sharpedo's gonna outpace it. Now Sharpedo's gonna kill this. Sharpedo is gonna force the Cresselia into T-Wave it, and that's gonna be pretty much a good game because Sharpedo plus Porygon 2 is gonna win. So it looks like Umfuga's gonna take the series 2-0. He won game 1 already. I didn't get to narrate that in time because I was busy doing things. But yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be 2-0. Umfuga's gonna take first blood in the UU Open. He's gonna start his dominating conquest of all of the lower tires. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the last couple turns to go into play now, and I'm approaching turn 22. I think Umfuga really all he has to do is crunch here, but he could go out to Porygon 2. He's not using Toxic on Porygon 2, so that could be annoying. This guy could linger around for a while. He's just going to go to Gligar. Actually, Gligar's useless. He's going to take the T-Wave. Now he's probably going to pivot out, or maybe he could just roost up and install it out. I don't think he has any really use for Gligar at this point. I think that pretty much the other two Pokemon win the game for him, offensively speaking and tanking speaking, in regards to Sharpedo and Porygon 2 respectively. But we'll see. At this point, Fuga would have to choke for Swampert. There'd be some sub power up punch, crazy ass Swampert. Yeah, that could maybe do something. Sub power up punch, Earthquake, Waterfall, make a Swampert. Yeah, that could win. I don't think he has that though. That would do nothing against Rotom C, and this was sort of meant to counter Team Fuga. So yeah, looking at it, I don't think the triple water strategy is that good in UU. I know that some people use it in OU. I think that Great Hugo made a team with it, and Solwind used it in World Cup. I'm not that big a fan of it in UU because there are a lot of things to beat it, and especially for someone like Fuga who uses a lot of Specs Curum and Specs Rotom C, and he's not really blatantly weak to water types, especially with Porygon 2 sitting in the back and everything, which is pretty much able to sponge any water hit despite not resisting it. So yeah, maybe this could be a Lunar Dance variant of Cresselia. That's a possibility I didn't mention yet, in which case it revives the Swampert. However, not the Swampert, I'm sorry, the Feraligatr. However, the Feraligatr would take Earthquake damage or Thunder Wave or T-Bolt damage whenever it tries to set up an SD, in which case, afterwards, it would then be in range for Crunch from Mega Sharpedo to kill it. So I don't think that will be a potential saving grace for Craw. I just think that this game is pretty much over. Unless Fuga chokes him. He's taking his time, and that's fine late game, thinking, is there any chance I could potentially salvage this game and turn it into a victory? And yeah, that's the Lunar Dance. Okay, that's fine. And, I'm trying to think here. He's got to go to Feraligatr. Okay. So now, does he Ice Punch? Does he Swords Dance? Or, I think he's got a Swords Dance here. Because if he doesn't Swords Dance, he loses. He could, does +4 Aqua Jet kill? What health is Sharpedo at? Sharpedo's at full. I think +4 Aqua Jet doesn't come close to killing the Mega Sharpedo because Mega Sharpedo is sort of bulky naturally. Let me think here. Yeah, Mega Sharpedo has 70, 65 defense, so he's gonna be able to tank a bit. It's not nearly as frail as on Mega of Sharpedo. That has 70, 40 defenses, which is really lackluster. But yeah, Crunch from Strong Jaw and Mega Sharpedo will also do a shit ton to Feraligatr. I think after rocks and even U-turn here, it'll kill it. Yeah, that's the Earthquake. So now it's definitely going to be in Mega Sharpedo range. So Mega Sharpedo pretty much wins. That's the Waterfall. He's going to lose the Gligar. That was useless, as I said before. Now he's going to go into Sharpedo. He's going to Mega. No, he's going to Protect. Then Mega. Well, he doesn't need to Protect. Yeah, he could just Mega and click Crunch. But if he wants to risk, he doesn't need to Mega. Because the turn that Swampert sets up a Rain Dance is a turn that it takes a ton from Crunch. But he decides to go for Protect, which is fine. Because now he'll outpage Swords Dance Swampert. But the only risk in doing that was the fact that Swampert could set up a Rain Dance. Feraligatr could have set up a Swords Dance predicting that, but he didn't. And now that's the Crunch, and there it goes. I'm thinking that a +1 Mega Sharpedo outpaces a +2 Swampert, assuming the Swampert's adamant. Mega Swampert is 70 or 75 base speed, but I'm not entirely sure. And that's only if it's a Rain Dance Swim variant, of course. If it's not, then it's kind of just over. And also, there's still no way for it to break Porygon 2 unless Crit Superpower has Power Up Punch and then dodges Ice. Not dodges, takes 0 from Ice Beam. But yeah, Cross has good game, so I guess that's good game. 71 damage, that's crazy. Yeah, Earthquake's gonna kill it, but yeah, now Ice Beam is gonna kill it. kill the Swampert in return. It looks like a good game for Fuga. Maybe he could flinch it with Waterfall like 2 or 3 times and then Superpower, or maybe even only like 1 flinch and then a max damage or crit Superpower. I don't know, but it looks like Fuga's gonna win 2-0 as I said before. So yeah, Trace the Swift Swim, which is really useless here. Now Ice Beam is gonna be moved from Fuga, and Waterfall is probably gonna be moved for Craw. However, he could go for like Ice Punch and try to freeze it. I'd go for Waterfall personally. That's just the only way to flinch out once or twice. And then if you have Superpower, you go for a crit or you go for like max damage on the roll. He's gonna go for the freeze, and that's fine. He's not gonna do it. No, Tri Attack gonna be moved, not Ice Beam. Sorry, Tri Attack's gonna kill that, and Fuga is gonna take the victory in a slim 1-0. Although I think he played better throughout the whole game, and he's gonna take the victory, so he's gonna win and advance to the second round of the UD Open. So congrats to my friend Fuga, and this is Finchinator saying goodbye.